As the Tshwane municipality ramps up its debt collection campaign, some of the attention has been turned to housing estates and complexes which collectively own hundreds of millions of rands, so that is in outstanding rates and utility bills. But this has left many residents feeling they're being treated unfairly. eNCA senior reporter Barry Bateman takes a look for us.
In the 2 weeks since the start of the debt collection campaign, the Tshwane municipality has recovered 500 million rand of the 17 billion rand owed to them. The initial focus was on government departments and businesses. Now, the attention has shifted to the suburbs.
We are going to continue with this campaign, and we've already started disconnecting defaulting residential areas. And as a City of Tshwane, we would like to urge residents to not ignore their bills, but rather come forward and make payment arrangements to keep their accounts in good standing.
Some of the big consumers disconnected have been estates and complexes. But Yaku Tiart says despite their complex registering a dispute and trying to make arrangements, they were still left in the dark. He says this was unfair.
Every household in this complex is paying for their water, because if you don't pay, your electricity gets cut or blocked from the meter side. Whatever impact is collecting is paid over to the HOA. Whatever the HOA received from impact, we are paying that over to Tshwane. Because of this dispute, we don't know is that amount correct or incorrect, but whatever we're collecting, we are paying forward to them. So once again, it's not as if we are keeping back money or we are not willing to pay.
In other instances, it is the body's corporate and homeowners associations at fault because they're not paying the collected funds over to the municipality. And that's where the community scheme's Ombud service can step in.
Whenever there are funds that are collected for and on behalf of the scheme, those funds must be appropriately managed. Not only that, but they must be duly accounted for. Not only that, they must in fact be in accord with the principles of governance that have been set out.
CSOS receives about 8,000 complaints a year.
We've got the power to order for the opening of the books, to see to what extent what sort of levies have been collected, what sort of amounts have been collected, how have those amounts been actually utilized or dispersed, to what end, etc. Are there any supporting documentation to actually prove some of those things?
The City of Tshwane has vowed to continue its crackdown. To avoid being plunged into the dark, residents are advised to settle their debts as soon as possible. Barry Bateman, Tshwane.